Hello, everybody. I am your awesomely auspicious host, Captain Neckbeard. Hello. Will Sab please sound off?
I hate it here.
That's fair. Honestly, that's fair. Shiitake, will you please sound off?
Hello.
How's everyone doing, boys? How y'all doing? It is the day after the day after the day after Thanksgiving. That's right. It's the Sunday after.
It's almost Cyber Monday.
It is almost Cyber Monday.
Monday.
Dude, I spent $280 on gifts yesterday with the
It's
Cyber
October
Monday.
58th.
It is October 58th. I hate you all. I bought a bunch of Amazon gifts for everyone. I bought Christmas gifts for everyone. This is going to be like in the middle of July, so I guess I can spoil it.
Guys, give me some Christmas gift ideas for you guys. Also,
for gift ideas? No. Half the fun is you having to guess what we would like. See how good of a friend you are. So
yeah,
that's not my bad, Chief. Ayo Sab.
Yeah.
You never shut up. You never responded in the group chat. Are you down? Down to clown?
Oh, yeah, I might need to acquire some monetary stuff real quick so I can actually buy some things.
It doesn't have to be expensive, but yeah.
So we're doing it White Elephant style, or
we're doing it. I got a gift for Shiitake already. I got a gift for you already. Shiitake has to get a gift for me and you, and then you have to get a gift for me and him. So we each get each other one gift, and then we'll open it already. Shiitake has already opened his gift. So Shiitake, would you like to do a little spoil on what you got?
I got a dragon incense burner.
Yeah, I bought him an incense burner.
I thought it was going to say a bad dragon.
I got him a bad dragon dildo straight up his ass.
No.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas.
I feel like I would get a fleshlight from you though, Neckbeard. I feel like you'd be the one to.
God, I would do it.
Oh my god.
Mater baiter.
Dude, it's gonna be so great. So I bought. Hold on, I'm trying to see if I can get to return and orders. That's all the shit I've ordered. Buy again. Not yet shipped. All right, here we go. I have a list of all the shit I bought. So I bought a couple of gifts, and since this isn't going to come out until like January, it's January. February, I think I can spoil everyone's gifts.
You mean January?
You mean January?
I said late January or early February.
You said July.
July.
No, I didn't. Shut up.
Yes, you did.
You guys are gaslighting
me. This whole episode now and just make us try to seem like idiots, you fuck.
Hey,
What's gaslighting?
Mr. Editing Me, on the off chance that I definitely didn't say it wrong, edit over it with this clip of me saying the correct month. Wow, it's January. It's January. Thank you. Use that clip. All right, love you. So,
you said July like 3 times.
Yeah, you said July.
If I did say July, cut over it with the it's January. But if I didn't, if I said it correctly, just leave it. So anyway, I bought a bunch of gifts. I bought my quiet, make sure he doesn't hear me. I bought my stepfather a like $200 telescope. He really likes to look at. Actually, it's like $100, but I got it for like $70. But it's this really, really nice. Here, let me see if I can send the picture to chat. And the survey says no, but it's just this really nice telescope that you can stick your phone onto and take pictures of. And I thought it was really nice. My mother, this isn't gonna come until fucking January 6th. This shit's coming in. God. Yeah, this shit's coming in when the sun explodes, I guess. But I bought her a mini Keurig, little personal pod. Yeah, this little personal, because she has her office upstairs now. So I thought it would be nice, you know. So there's that. Then I got.
You should get her a second wine cooler.
She has a second wine cooler. I have it now. It's my personal mini fridge.
Give her a third one then.
Give her a third one. Clone did, or I guess Gabo, or whatever you want to call him. I call him Clone. Clone did offer me his mini fridge that's in his garage that I'm pretty sure is broken. So maybe I will take that and give it to my mother.
No,
Just hoard mini
fridges.
fridges. Just start
I said
taking
I
all the
think
mini
it
fridges.
might not be broken. I just think it's broken.
I might take that off of Gabbo's hands.
So I got my biological dad like a juicer, a juice press, and then I got my stepmother a tea, like a glass teapot, which looks very pretty because they drink a lot of tea and shit. So for Gabbo, you guys want to guess what I got? Gabbo himself, the man, the myth, the gob.
Bad dragon dildo.
Why do you
know it? I got him an $85 bad dragon. No, shut the fuck up. I got him a personal brew kit for coffee, a 5-cup coffee maker.
Does he drink coffee? He doesn't look like a coffee person.
He fucking butt chugs coffee. That man is a menace to society. But I bought him a
doesn't seem like a coffee person.
I bought him a Krupp Simply Brew filter drip coffee maker for 5 cups because his ass chugs. And then I also got him a mug. Would you guys like to take? I got him a mug. Would you guys like? Oh god, I'm fucking burping.
Please mutation, I have autism.
Please mutation, I shit my pants. No, would you guys like to see this beautiful mug? Editing me, put it in right now. It is the genuine coffee slut. Mug that says genuine coffee slut. Because you gotta have it every day. I think it's because I feel like he'll never use it, and I'm totally okay with that knowledge. I just think it's really funny knowing that he now owns it. As of this episode coming out, he'll own it. This is like, it's December, or it's not even December yet. Jesus, it's still November. Yeah. So that's my current gift lineups. It's so fucking expensive, though. I'm not bothering to do anything else. Yeah, it came around to $290, $280 something. So, Mr. Shiitake.
Yes.
Let's let you flex your storytelling muscles real quick, and why don't you tell the lovely guests at home about Wednesday, about our lovely trip? And while you do that, I'm gonna go very briefly take a shit.
So Tuesday night, I get a text from Neckbeard saying, "Hey, you want to go to the flea market? We had plans Sunday, but then Sunday got all fucky because of stupid shit." And so Wednesday, we go to the flea market. There is no one there because Thanksgiving is literally the next day. There is maybe like 6 to 10 sellers there.
Should rob them.
No, we can't do that because there were still cops there. There's always gonna be cops. And then so we picked out your gift, Sab, because we saw it immediately. It was like one of the first things we saw.
A gun.
You're gonna like it, huh?
A gun.
No, we cannot buy that.
A flamethrower. Actually, you could buy that.
I could, I could buy that. Yeah.
Both of you could. You're both at least 18.
I'm 19. But
I said at least.
Yeah. Yeah, but also, there was a lot of gun sellers though. Like, I'd say half of those sellers were gun sellers.
Yeah. God bless the gun vendors at the flea market.
Most of those items are probably illegal. I'd say they've been committed in crimes.
Well.
I'm back. I took a shotgun blast. Shit. My butthole hurts, but I'm back.
I mean, if you're gonna buy an illegal gun, you can just like put it in a cache or something, so you still have it in the backup.
What actual fuck happened while I was gone?
I explained the story, but then because I was like, "Oh, the gun sellers are the best," because you remember there was like half of those sellers were gun sellers.
Yeah,
and like he's like,
make sure you're ready for the in-laws.
Yeah,
exactly.
Also, I now have an Arnold Palmer, so hydration check for everyone at home.
No.
That's not hydration. You're literally depriving yourself of hydration when you drink an Arnold Palmer.
So how far did you get in the story? Where are we at right now?
I did. after we were walking around, I mean, we saw puppies, but
We did play with a bunch of puppies. That was nice.
yeah, they're so cute. Neckbeard was ready to take one home.
I was willing to have a class pet, if you will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Podcast creature.
Yeah. A new member of the short bus.
Oh yeah, we walked into a certain rock shop that we always see.
Yeah, we went into the hippie shop that we never go into.
Meth shop.
What?
Crack rock.
No, I go into that one all the time. So anyway,
right.
Continue telling the story, Shiitake. I'll let you.
Well, the rock shop was fucking dope as shit, honestly. That place was actually, and it's
honestly
large.
Really nice. We should definitely go back.
Yeah, we should.
We should.
You want to go back right now? No, I'm joking.
Well, let's end the episode right now. Go
Let's end the episode right now,
and then come back. Because it's like,
I mean, we could.
Technically,
we could.
Guys, do you want to do that exact thing?
No.
Yeah.
You sure?
Oh, come on,
we could go get lunch at what's it's not at the funny place that we can't say the name of for legality reasons.
It's a chain.
It's a chain, but like there's all within
There's like
10
3 stores.
Yeah, they're like within 10 miles of each other.
We'll have to find one of them.
No,
There's one in Citrus Springs. I didn't know that.
Interesting.
Well, there you go.
You
said Citrus Springs. There you go.
Good job. We're all gonna die now.
Good job.
Good job.
No, we're not. That's nowhere near us.
Guys, should we do that right now? Guys, let's go to the flea market right now.
Let's go to Citrus Springs right now.
Let's do it. Let's go to Wikiwachi and let's drown a bag of kittens right now.
Let's go.
Let's go.
What the fuck?
So anyway, continue.
Are we gonna do this right now?
No, what? I don't know. Sab, are you on? I'm in if you're in.
I mean, the flea market closes like on what, 2?
It closes at 2, so we have an hour and a half.
2:30.
We really doing this?
I mean, we can do this right now, gents. Guys, let's go make some prime content right now.
Yes.
Let's go do it.
All right,
Let's
cool.
go do it.
This is an intermission.
I'll get ready.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is an intermission. I will be coming through with my car very shortly to go pick up these 2 jackasses with more.
Yeah.
All right. Like what time? Because
like I'm throwing on a shirt and leaving.
Oh, I gotta like get clothes on.
Okay, we'll put your dick away and let's go.
I don't want to put my dick away.
Hey, you guys ready? Transition. There we go. Now he's in here. Now our baby boy Craig is here. Hi, we're back. It's been like 2 hours.
It has.
It has been like 2.5 hours. Hold on, that was a 30 minutes. Shit, it's almost been 3 hours. So hey, we're back. There was a little bit of a pause. That's crazy, isn't it? So,
yeah, that was really spur of the moment.
I'll stay in the background just so y'all have your fun. Who wants to do the story?
I feel like Shiitake.
Hey,
I did Wednesday.
You call him Sab, you stupid bastard.
What?
You said his name.
Oh.
Twice.
Sab can do it.
Mass. All right, Sab, go ahead. I'll let you tell the story of our beautiful endeavor.
All right. Man. So, I mean, we started off. Wait, how did we start? I mean, we went and piled up into the Cringe-mobile.
Well, we found the fuck you, the Cringe-mobile.
And we got to the flea market.
Yeah.
We realized we're funnier doing that than we ever be funny on the podcast.
We are. We make so many more offhanded jokes. Because these two are like absolute pussies when it comes to making jokes on the podcast, but we'll say the most out-of-pocket shit in person.
Because there's just no record of it.
Yeah. So anyway. What's the first thing we found, buddy, old boy?
What was the first? I honestly can't remember.
It was the thing that I bought.
Oh,
$40.
the first thing we went to was what we're talking about before we left was the
Oh, it's
Funny
actually what
Rock Shop.
Shiitake. That's what Shiitake bought first, actually.
Yeah, but we went to that funny old rock shop, and I made lots of jokes about eating rocks.
Like, unironically, every fucking rock he looked at, he went, I could eat this. Bro, how long would it take you to eat this rock? And I'm like, shut the fuck up. And he's like, but what about the rocks that we could eat here? Dude, shut the fuck up.
I was hungry, and the rocks look appetizing.
Yeah.
It wasn't a good match if you're gonna put me in there.
Yeah. So anyway, Shiitake got something, correct?
I got a butane torch.
No, I'm talking about at the rock. You don't know how chronological order
The
works.
the genie lamp, I know.
Yeah, I'm trying to nudge Sab so he can tell the story.
Okay.
Yeah. He bought a little genie lamp for gifting reasons. Anyway, we said we were gonna do like a gift exchange later on.
Right, you shut up. You shut up.
Immediately goes on the.
You're terrible at this. I'll tell the story. So when we went on Wednesday, me and Shiitake, I bought him an incense burner, and I bought me one. So I got him it, and I said, this is a Christmas gift, which gave me the idea we should do a gift exchange for all three of us. So I've already purchased Shitake's and Sab's gift, and I gave both of them their gifts early just because I felt like it. So Shiitake got an incense burner, and Sab, would you like to say what you got? Would you like to tell us?
I got the best possible wood.
Send the
picture. I got the picture. I'm doing it. I got the best possible wood carving a man could ask for, which is this wood carving with the Doomer in it.
I got him a custom-made a wood burning of the Doomer soy jack. And it's so funny. And I said I told him on the car ride home, whenever we end the podcast, the very last thing we should do is burn that.
I refuse to burn the Doomer. My little baby boy.
He's beautiful.
I love him.
I feel like I'm gonna have a custom-made soy jack of your little what is it called? The Plague Doctor. I'll get a Plague Doctor soy jack. And that's gonna be your new
the Dr. Jack.
Yeah. Soy jack. Okay, so anyway, continue.
All right. From there. What did we do from there? I can't remember. Did we just wander around for a bit?
Oh my god, you're fucking terrible at this. So the first place we went into, we found this old-timey, like, musket revolver.
Oh, that's right, the flintlock.
The flintlock, yeah.
The flintlock, which Nick Beard negotiated a price of 40 schmackaroos for. I
went back, and he, like, had short-term memory loss and was like, yeah, I'm selling this to you for 30, right? I'm like, no, you said 40. I wanted to be, I was honest with him, but I could have totally scammed it. You totally could have got $10 off that purchase. I could have, but then I mean, you even asked yourself if he said 30. No, I would have felt like a dick. You did ask him if he could do 30, and he said I originally asked him, yeah, and then he said he would do 40 in the middle. Yeah. So anyway, so we went through that. All right, I'm gonna tell the story because you're absolutely dog shit at this. Yeah. So we went to the thing. I got my funny. Did you take a picture of the flintlock? Did either of us take a picture of the flintlock? The lock? Yeah, I don't think either of us did. Anyway, we made I was gonna get a picture of me with the flintlock with the other funny. Oh yeah. So anyway, so we went up and down. We walked around, did all that normal shit. A certain somebody decided to purchase a felony in waiting. Hey, Sab. Shut up. I'm just saying. That's a dangerous thing for you to own. It is, but it's not a felony. It's probably like a misdemeanor. It is? It's a... I don't know. It's probably nothing right now, but like, I'm just saying with what you'll do to it. Anyway, he bought a ski mask. Yeah. I mean, you could do anything with a ski mask. You could do anything with a ski mask. I'm sorry, I'm still looking at episode 25 Spooky Soy Jacks. I'm just looking at how shittily I edited that thumbnail. I mean, I can do I can get a IRA cosplay. Come out and fight me like a man. Anyway,
Come
so
on,
we went.
Show your wife how you won medals down in Flanders. Anyway,
So we were around there doing that stuff. So we did that. Blah 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 blah. Somebody wanted to go be a pyromaniac in my footsteps, so they went and left to go get a what is it? He wanted like a creme brulee torch or some shit.
Riders.
well, yeah, that's right. That's where I went, and I got the balaclava there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So while they were doing that, I was getting money for the flintlock. Then we. Sorry, I had to adjust my fat ass on a pillow. So then we went, and I got a slingshot now. I own a slingshot, which is fun. I want to get Orbeez to go with it so I can slingshot it at them. But the guy who was selling Orbeez was sadly gone by the time we came back. I was so fucking sad. Anyway, so that was that. We did a lot of that. We then went to our beautiful little mom and pop shop that we eat at every day, or every time we go out. And that was lovely. I had toast. Anyway, there was not much to that story other than it was fun. Oh, wait, does anyone want to talk about the what was it, Ann's or whatever?
Irish
Ann's?
video game store.
Was that the place? I thought it was connected. It was just on the same building.
I don't
I
know,
think it was
whatever.
just
I don't know.
We went to the
Store.
One of you-
video game.
Oh yeah, send the pictures. Hold on, I'll do the voice for it.
Yeah,
Everyone,
hold on.
look on your screens right now so you can understand this joke. That's right, editing me. I want you to go back like 4 seconds so you can properly time up that image, bitch.
There we go.
Bitch. Vacuum store, appliance store, video games, antiques, signs and decals, lawnmowers, Irish and more. But video, like everything else looks normal. It's like vacuum, whatever, appliance, whatever. Antiques has the little fancy writing, signs and decals, bubble letter, lawnmowers fine, Irish is fine.
Video game.
Video games. Looks like a fucking grunge band logo.
Yeah.
Which is funny because all of his games were like shitty. They were just all shitty.
Yeah.
And to explain how shitty, he had like 4 copies of Destiny 2.
No, he had
So-
that whole rack full of Destiny 2.
Yeah. He had like a whole ass rack of Destiny
He had
2.
at least 12 copies of Destiny 2 for the PS4.
I'm just saying he had a scary amount of like Nazi memorabilia.
Yeah, that was weird.
I'm just saying it was a thing. I'm not saying it's
He
an
also had
issue.
Trump flags.
I'm just saying,
Yeah.
That's
he
another-
had the Nazi stuff and he had all that Destiny stuff.
I'm just saying
No.
there's a connection. There's a
No,
connection.
oh my.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, please tell us down in the comments below, what do you think? Do you think there's a connection between the menace of society Hitler and Destiny 2?
There's no connection between those two
There's an
different personas.
absolute connection.
You
Absolutely.
just like to.
Oh, there's a connection. You just don't get it yet. So, anyway, we did all that. Yada,
It'll
yada, yada.
reveal itself in time.
I play this. I don't know.
Me when taking a shit. I will reveal myself in time. So anyway, let's talk Thanksgiving, boys, because Thanksgiving passed. It's now the Sunday after, as I've mentioned previously. So who would like to start? Who would like to start us on a Thanksgiving special? Who would like to start? I'll go last because I feel like I did more.
I feel like I did second to Morse.
Okay, Shiitake, that leaves you, fucker.
For what?
What'd you think? Give.
What did you give to your thanking?
My family? What else?
What did you do for the holiday?
Went to eat. Went to my dad's house and ate.
Okay, I'm not that bad
Okay.
at least.
Wow, you're
What?
that's so fucking boring. Just tell us like anything interesting.
There's
I
nothing.
went to my dad's house.
I went to
ate-
my dad's house and I ate.
I like turkey.
I like turkey. You're a fucking soy jack of a person. Anyway, Sab, I'll let you do. Oh, wait, does anyone want to talk about the candles?
Oh, the candle store. Yeah,
The
we spent
candle
usually
store?
20 minutes just sniffing candles. It was beautiful.
We went to this like candle store and there was like a wall of different candles, like Sex on the Beach and stuff like that. They were all funny names. And so we just sat there, like huffing fucking candles for easily 25 to 30 minutes.
Easily.
We did not purchase a single one.
Nope.
All right, you tell your Thanksgiving story because Mr. Shiitake is god awful at storytelling.
All right, I went with mi familia and went up to the north side of the state, up to the Panhandle, and there's a beach up there that's pretty popular. I'm not gonna name names, but it's pretty
What
obvious.
are you?
Should I?
Yeah, you don't live there. Go for it. Who gives a fuck?
Panama City Beach. We went there.
Panama City. Now there's only like 3 million people they have to look through to find you.
Yeah.
Wow.
We met some folks up in there on my mom's side of the family. Went up there. We had a pretty good time. Stayed out over there for like a few nights. It was pretty fun, but no turkey. We had a shrimp boil.
Guys, have you ever seen a bee bird? Sorry, I'm on iFunny right now. Have you guys ever seen a bee bird?
No.
Guys, look at the bee bird. It's a bee bird.
Oh, it's really tiny.
It's a really, really fucking tiny bird, and I love him.
Swallow it. Swallow the bird.
A spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down. And just pop a fucking bee bird to forget her.
I'd pop a bee bird to forget.
That's crazy. Anyway, continue.
I mean, that was most of the story. I will say I was bored beyond belief most of that time. I mean, I did enjoy the beach, don't get me wrong, and I don't know if I still have it, but I did post a snap to our group chat of me just sitting at the beach in full clothes.
Interesting.
I know because both of you were kind of weirded out by it.
What were we doing?
Oh, yeah.
Jerking off? What happened?
Yeah, you were actually.
I was not listening.
No, you were right.
Damn, that's crazy. Anyway, Shiitake has muted himself because he's currently jerking off in the shower. So as such, I will not tell my story. I will not tell my story. So I went to Thanksgiving. So fun. My family does Thanksgiving kind of like Hanukkah, where it's multiple days. It's basically we keep doing Thanksgiving until there are no more leftovers. So I brought my beautiful VR headset. So I got there so I technically did 4 Thanksgivings.
Oh, is that where you got it from? Because I know I saw in your story. You look like it was Quinn from Impractical Jokers on your Oculus.
He looks like either fucking. I told him that too. I said you look like fucking Sal Volcano. Anyway, yeah, I'll talk about him in a minute. So I did 4 Thanksgivings technically at 4 different places. But the first one was at my grandparents'. It was normal. I ate, I think it was like 4 pounds of chili. I ate a lot of chili. But then but that was on the same day, on Thanksgiving Day, I went to my cousin's house, my cousin Carmen. And this is a friend of mine. So I don't know if I've ever mentioned it, but this is, we'll call him Nicholas because that's his name. But he is like one of my strongly Cuban cousins. He's like one of the Cubans that stayed down in Key West and like just stayed for a bit. So he's a true Cuban. I'm a white Cuban. But he lived in like North Carolina now. So who's balling now? This is him, by the way, in the VR headset. I'll talk about that in a minute. But he works at a glass. He works at a glass factory now. But before, as of last year, he worked as just a glass blower, and he did a thing for me. I don't know if I'll get the picture. Probably not, but a little glass mermaid, like a paperweight. And I got it for my mother. I don't know if I've ever mentioned it on the podcast, but it turned out really well. And he's the one who did it. He's also the reason, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, a little bit of lore. He is the reason Morgan von Winkle was a humble glass blower. Because he reminds me of Morgan von Winkle. Not in voice or anything like that, but just in
our audience should know because the last episode we also reaffirmed
it was the lore. It was the lore episode. I think I wind up calling that episode Legally Distinct Question Game, which I just think is really fucking funny. I'm probably gonna put minimal effort or really, really heavy effort into that episode. I have no idea, and I'll find out later.
I mean, you could do it like the Starvation Games thing.
It's like a 2-hour long. The issue is Starvation Battles was a 1-hour episode that took me 6 hours to edit. This is a 2-hour episode. I don't know how long that shit's gonna take me. So anyway, This is Nicholas. So I got there to my Aunt Carmen's, and like everyone had basically fucked off by that point because it was like 9:00. So I ate a little bit, chatted with whoever was there. They all fucked off. So from like 10:00 to like midnight, I stuck Nicholas in VR, and he was playing the shit out of Superhot, like the whole time. Like the entire time we were there, he was just playing Superhot. In fact, I'm gonna put this one little video in photos, and I'm gonna hope that I can download it and put it in the middle of the episode. And if I can put the clip of him playing VR, I would put it in the episode right now. You got this. What you doing there? Are you trying to speed up time? Yeah. Okay, I see. I understand. The bar is behind you, by the way. Man, isn't that such a funny clip of...
Man, that's such a great clip.
Of my cousin saying, haha, bitch. Never mind, I can't post it because it's 34 seconds long. I'll have to compress it later. Shit. Fuck.
Balls.
Dick and penis and balls.
Dick and penis.
Hold on, I'm gonna mute myself for real quick. Sav, make a funny for like 20 seconds.
Yeah. Bought a balaclava. That was pretty funny. Oh yeah, I want to mention this. At the rock store, there was this because Neckbeard was talking about there's like stuff about the signs, and there's cancer. I made a joke, and the Neckbeard said, "Oh, my grandma had cancer like 4 times," and then this random lady came up to him and was like, "Your grandma had cancer 4 times?" That was weird because none of Neckbeard thinks he knew her, but that's a strong maybe. Very strong maybe. Measure your dick and put it in the comment section. How big your dick?
Okay, I'm back. I'm saving a smaller copy of the video because there's like another 20 seconds where he's just kind of bouncing around, flailing. But I've cropped it down to 13 seconds. Hopefully, I can post that on the deepest of discords. If not, then I'm gonna cry. But it's still gonna be back when I said it last time, so it doesn't matter. So whenever I said last time that there was gonna be the clip, this is the clip now. That's the last time.
This is last time.
This is last time. This is us. So anyway. So I did that for a few hours, had him do that. I slept, woke up the next day, hung out with them for like 6 hours. Motherfucking lying bastard. Max file size is 8 megabytes. This is a 5.6 megabyte. You lying bastard. Why? Why does it lie? No, it's not. 5.6 is less than 8. I'm gonna kill a motherfucker. I'm gonna break his fucking legs. So anyway, I'll figure out how to edit with that later. So you'll get the full 34-second video. Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh, right. So hung out with Nicholas and whatever and all of them, and my Aunt Carmen. We made ropa villa, which for white people is like Cuban gumbo. But like also
Cuban
not.
gumbo.
It's like Cuban gumbo is the best way to describe it without having to go in detail. So I made Cuban gumbo. We hung out for a bit. I taught Nicholas how to whip my whip that's in my car.
Nay.
I taught him to whip, and he whipped himself directly across the arm really fucking hard, and it was really funny. Yeah, that was about that. So then I went to my aunt's. We'll call her Aunt Jamie, because that's her name. In fact, her husband we'll call him Uncle Ted, because that's his name. But he's
Ted.
He's the uncle, if you remember, the one that I talked about at my cousin's bachelor party.
Michelle Obama?
Correct. That is the very same uncle, and I love him dearly. So we hung out for a while. We talked about snow crabs for a while. But here's another part that I'm gonna.
He seems like a guy who would know a lot about snow crabs.
So I made a funny little thing. Also, another video will now have to be inserted directly into the butthole of this episode. But right here, hold on. Here's two photos. I'll post the video later.
I remember that.
But I made a gingerbread house in a gingerbread building competition. But the walls fell down, so it's kind of like the Berlin Wall, I guess you could say. It's really cool. There's like gumballs, or not gumballs. There's like gumdrops on it top, and it has like a wreath that I made out of a lightsaber and a gumdrop. And there's Christmas lights and a family of gummy bears in the front, and I think it looks very nice. They cheated,
Good job.
By the way. The other motherfucker I was up against was like a girl. We'll call her Greenlee because that's her name. And
this 6-year-old cheated.
She was like she's like 13, and she made sure I fucking knew. But she had like 4 different people helping her. I'm like, this fucking cheating slut over here. I'm here free balling this fucking gingerbread house, and she has the audacity to shit on it.
You just wouldn't get it. You kids these days, and your modern art, you just wouldn't get it.
I'm not a kid. I'm a tween.
Look at this. So, do you have a little gummy bear factory?
I have gummy bear guards.
I have gummy bear slave labor.
I know. Hey, Greenlee, turn around.
It's
Turn
falling.
around. Okay, turn around. Humidity.
It's going down.
Okay, wait. Greenlee. Picture.
Hi, I'm taking a video of it. Don't worry about it. That one's by like 4 people. This one is made in America. Back better.
Turn it down.
Oh,
I'm gonna break her fucking legs next time. Anyway, so that was fun.
Very cool.
So anyway, I finished that, did that. Then I went to.
Also, did Mushroom Man just like actually leave?
Mushroom Man is actually gone. Unironically, he's taking a shower right now.
Aw, real.
Yeah. So I did that. Then I went to my Mimi's house, which was fun. They're the funny rich people.
Oh.
And shut up. So
What?
I don't know. Your random little noises always throw me off for some reason. I don't know what it is or why it is.
I'll continue. Then I'll continue.
I hate you. Anyway, so I went there.
I hate me too.
We ate more Ropa Villa, ate fancy people, rich food.
Caviar.
Caviar. No, it's just like salad.
Oh yes, the richest thing.
The rich
Salad.
people food. Salad and a baguette.
Baguette salad.
But anyway, I left their house at like 6:37 or something like that. And on the way home, I had to take a shit really, really, really bad. And so I stopped at a sex
did you have
shop.
another Fiber One incident?
No, I just so from Thanksgiving I was super constipated for like 2 days, and then it was like popping like a champagne cork. It just would not stop.
You should just drank some milk.
So anyway, I stopped at a sex shop so I could use the restroom, but not before looking around, just for my own entertainment. And I found this specifically. I found a bunch of different weird stuff. And whatever. But this specifically I want to mention because it's this giant 14-inch dildo and it's like 3.5 inches wide or something like that. It's fucking enormous. And I just called it the Prolapser. The issue with this is I put this on my Snapchat and I censored my toes. And I've never gotten
I saw that.
so much shit on my
People
Snapchat.
give you shit
And I
censoring
quote censoring the
Respect.
dogs. I was censoring the dogs, I guess, and I thought I robbed them
Freedom
of
of
the
dog.
experience. I've robbed them of this experience. I feel terrible. I didn't realize it meant so
should.
much to these people.
You monster.
I'm an absolute a despicable man. But also, apparently, what are you doing? Jesus Christ. Server muted Shiitake because he's fucking in a wind tunnel sucking dick.
The Mushroom Man got thrown into a windmill.
Motherfucker fell out of a helicopter. So, sorry about that creaking noise. That's me leaning back to take a drink of my warm Arnold Palmer. So, I did all that, came home last night. That's all good. So there's one more thing I want to talk about real quick, which is my D&D characters. I'm unmute you in a minute, motherfucker. I'm getting shit talked from Shit Take. I'll unmute you when you get onto an actual device that can pick you up without sounding like you're in an echo chamber. So I want to talk about D&D real quick. And I have three...
He's in a constant mental echo chamber.
I'm in 3 different D&D campaigns right now, and I would like to read off to you all of my characters, if you wouldn't mind. That was my fan. How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man? Stop having your fucking fan on during an episode. You piece of shit. Speak your truths, motherfucker. You're unmuted.
I just got out of the shower. I left them on because that's the only thing that keeps
You
my room
sick
cool.
son of a bitch. Anyway, so here are my...
The woodcut doomer is disappointed.
So I'm gonna
Shut
give you.
the hell up.
So, the woodcut doomer is crying inside. So I'm gonna give you 3 things. I'm gonna give you the name, and then I want you guys to guess the what's it called?
Race.
Yeah, guess the race.
No.
Guess the race, and then I'm gonna tell you the backstory behind it. All right. Or backstory behind the character, not the name. I don't give a fuck about the name. So the first character is named AJ. And it stands for AJ the Third, and it stands for Apple Bottom Jeans.
Yes.
AJ stands. If I ever have a child, I am now naming them AJ for Apple Bottom Jeans.
ABJ.
So please tell me, what do you think Apple Bottom Jeans the Third is as a species?
A gnome.
A gnome. Okay. All right. Shiitake, what do you think Mr. Apple Bottom Jeans is?
From the song, I would believe.
What? No. What are you talking about?
He wasn't here for half the conversation.
Oh my god! You need to learn to start listening.
Well, I was in the shower. What?
I just said
You were here.
You were not in the shower, you lying bastard. I just said it. You cannot make
Just get in the shower for like 3 seconds and come back immediately.
You fucking dipshit. What do you think the rate? You even, I just realized you even like participated in the conversation before. You know, I don't even give a shit right now. What do you think the race of Apple Bottom Jeans the Third is?
I'd say a dwarf.
Okay. You're both incorrect. He's an Aarakocra, which is a bird person, but very specifically a pigeon. And this is what Apple Bottom Jeans looks like.
Why'd you make that? Where'd you get that?
I don't know, but he has a pet rat named Frank. And so I've made the backstory behind him is Apple Bottom Jeans is just horribly codependent, and he just follows what Frank tells him to do all the time. So he just wound up walking into the group.
It's like me and the voices in my head.
Yes. All right. So pick a number 1 or 2. Let's see which one.
2.
2. Okay. Muffin.
Gnome.
His name is Muffin. Okay. Gnome. What do you think? This one is homebrew. I'll tell you that. I'll give you a hint. It's homebrew, but it is on D&D Wiki.
It's just an actual muffin.
What the fuck are you talking? It is I could play a Wumpus, like the thing that's on D&D or not D&D on Discord. The little creature called a Wumpus. Isn't that neat?
That's called.
Yeah, that little creature that tells you that you have no friends. Called a Wumpus.
What the fuck?
Yeah, no, I love them. So anyway, so go ahead, take your guesses into the ether.
Elf.
Okay. I said it's homebrew, so nothing from the book, so nothing you could think of. I could play Mr. Saturn if I wanted to. By the way, I'm going to go through the list of approved. This is DM Dungeon Master approved homebrew, because some of it's like really fucking funny. So actually, I'm going to go through the list really quickly, just so you guys have a chance of guessing it. It's one of these things, okay? And you can just stop and say yes whenever. An automaton, a robot, an awakened aquatic, awakened flame, a bug folk, a cyborg, a Wookiee, a succubus, a Tusken raider, a urban kobold, a porcelain doll, a pumpkin, rock human, a roachkin, a fulf, a harpy, an inkling, like from Splatoon, little sisters, like from Bioshock, lost child, moss folk, a naga, a nymph.
Moss folk. I think it's a moss folk.
Okay, an object head, a death claw.
Oh,
There's a death claw. I'm gonna play.
It's within a proved. Well, it's from my campaign at least. The guy I'm playing with
Muffin the Deathclaw.
There's Enderman from Minecraft, the Wumpus from Discord, the giant squirrel, Cancer, as
Like
in
actual cancer.
as in the crab, but it's just Cancer. It's crab people. It's just called Cancer. A Trapinch from Pokemon, Mr. Saturn from fucking. I think he's from. I don't actually know. Oh, Earthbound. Mr. Saturn, and Slime. What do you think I chose? Or Muffin?
Deathclaw.
Deathclaw?
No.
Moss folk.
Moss folk? Okay. What's your official guess, Sab?
Deathclaw.
Deathclaw? Both of you are incorrect. It is a giant squirrel.
Mm.
And I actually have an entire thing of written out lore for him. So I'm going to very dramatically read you out his lore.
Please.
It's only a couple of paragraphs, but I hope you enjoy.
Make it as dramatic as possible.
All right, can do.
Dude, fucking, he's dying over here. It's not like
I'm purposefully coughing so I can clear out my throat.
Oh yeah, you forgot to talk
suck
about
up all the
this.
things. Talk about what? Oh god, what did you put a picture of? Oh, when we went to go eat funny things, we found a silly band. By the way, editing me put the silly band picture in when I said that, just so that it makes context. All right, so here is the story of Muffin the squirrel. Muffin is a giant red squirrel with a wife named Cupcake and a child named Cookie. Hailing from the Isles known as Fall Haven, Muffin is the size of a normal squirrel in his lands. Muffin has lived in a small little town known as Oaken Pillars, a forest where many animals live. Muffin had a shop inside the biggest oak tree in the forest, easily 400 foot tall, a giant bookstore called the Morning Wood, where he was incredibly popular and successful. Soon, a group of giants built a town on the edge of the forest. Muffin has seen giants before and decided to greet his new friends. A year of peace followed with his new neighbors. However, on the day when their king had died, a good friend of Muffin and to his town, his son took the throne. The forest creatures expected more peace between nations, though the king wished to expand his kingdom at all costs. Before the forest creatures even had a chance to have a welcoming party, for the new king had destroyed half the forest. Once at the heart of the forest, the critters fought for their lives and home. The giants burned down Muffin's trees as he desperately tried to fight the giants. However, the giants' technology was too powerful and advanced for them, and the majority of the woodland critters were slaughtered and eaten. Seeing his friends die, Muffin tried to escape with his family. When they became cornered, Muffin told his family to escape, and he went to fight the tyrant king on his own. He was quickly beaten by the king, and the king decided to make an example of Muffin, the closest thing to a king that the woodland creatures had. He took him back to the town of giants, torturing him in the middle of town square, then casting him into the ocean in a burlap sack to drown, never to know the fate of his home or his family. Muffin desperately ripped open the bag and swam to land until he made it to the home of Alginda, where he worked in a library restoring old books and attempting to make enough coin to one day return to Fall Haven to see what became of what he knew. That, ladies and gentlemen, is the story of Muffin the Squirrel, who is, by the way, I feel like I should real and straight. So that I feel like you should know the how tall he is, by the way. He's fucking 12 and a half foot tall. Just so
Real.
you know. He's 6'2" on all fours and 12'5" while standing up. But he only weighs 220 pounds because giant squirrels, I guess. He's also a druid, so that's fun. So starting next at second level, he'll be able to turn into other creatures, which I think is really funny. Finally, my personal favorite character, and a character that Clone knows very well. A character in a campaign that Clone is in. I will give you the name. Sir Reginald Butterscotch. Sir Reginald Nigel Butterscotch of the esteemed Butterscotch lineage. What race is Nigel? What race
Gnome.
is Nigel? Gnome? Are you sure to
Gnome.
choose gnome every
Dwarf.
time?
I think that one's a dwarf.
Yes.
Wow, both of you are incorrect. He's a half-orc.
Oh.
This is a picture that I have used to describe him. He is a middle-aged half-orc. His mother was an orc and died in childbirth. His father ran a small farming town where he oversaw tariffs and trades of many neighboring villages and towns, in which his father eventually passed. He proceeded to leave the world, or leave to explore the world, drawing all the way. He's like an autistic guy. He just like has no social cues and likes drawing a lot. I think it's really funny. He's a good character though, because he talks like this. My name is Sir Reginald Butterscotch of the esteemed Butterscotch lineage. That's how he talks all the time. It's really fucking funny. Anyway, there you go. Enjoy that.
I will.
This knowledge had no bearing on anything in this world, and I just thought you all deserved to know. So, congratulations. So, are you guys ready for the main event of the episode?
Yeah.
Are you finally ready? All right, everyone. Have you ever heard of Shark Tank?
Oh, I forgot about this.
Have you ever heard of...
What?
How the fuck did you forget about this?
Almost 3-hour escapade.
Shit, you right. Anyway, so I would recommend pulling those up now. This is going to be... So how this is going to work, for those of you who don't know, by that I mean literally everyone except for me. I will be giving them a problem. I have, I believe, 16 problems here. Each one of them needed to make a specific invention that needed to be custom. So nothing that already exists, and they will be judged on 3 categories: originality, how effective it would be in a real life scenario, and 3, how well they present. I like saying presentate, but present is the proper way to say it. How they like to present their invention. Though services and subscription-based things such as that are allowed, but are heavily docked in disappointed. So I will have them go through all 16, and then whoever won the most won, and then I will go with whoever won each one. So I will put Sab or Shiitake.
You were about to say my name.
I said the letter I, which is fine, because that was your nickname in the first episode, so I don't have to censor anything. But anyway, I'm going to put whoever won each category, and then I'm going to run all the categories against each other to see what is the best invention that these people have come up with. Now, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I gave these 2 dipshits a day and a half advanced on doing this. I get them both in the call, only to find out neither of them had started. So they had
I just didn't finish.
So they had about 10 minutes to scribble down whatever inventions first popped into their little stupid minds. So this is what we're gonna do. So
Hard tank.
indeed. Also, I'm just gonna say on the podcast, just so that Mr. Shiitake here isn't allowed to say we never talked about this. This didn't happen. I offered to buy off his Nintendo Switch that he's selling. Mr. Lady and Gentleman of the Jury.
What?
Just be aware, I've offered to purchase it off of him, just so he
What are
can't
you
back
talking
out.
about?
All right, love y'all.
You've offered to purchase it. Doesn't mean I have accepted your deal
I'm
yet.
just saying I've offered to. I'm just saying it when you say in the future when I ask you about it, and you're like,
I'm
"Oh, we
not
just
like
talked
gonna
about this. I
deny
got
that
rid of
you
it."
offered to buy the Switch off of me.
Good.
If I still have it, yeah, I'm gonna sell it to you. Jesus Christ!
I'm just saying on the podcast because
You're
Mr.
so hell-bent on this.
No, I'm just saying. I wanted to make sure that it's written in stone. And by written in stone, I mean mentioned offhandedly on a random episode of the podcast. This is episode 30, by the way, guys. Congrats.
30.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
30.
Shit, you shit with that ass?
30.
30.
30.
So 30. So if no one subscribes...
30.
So if no one subscribes for the next 5 episodes,
30.
that will mean. So if no one subscribes for the next 5 episodes, that means that we will have gotten 3 subscribers per episode. Because basic division. All right. So do you have your lists up? I wanted to give you a little extra time, so I wanted to ramble a bit.
I already have my list up.
All right.
I just memorized what I had. So
this can only go well. So the first problem that needs solving, and I will call upon you, do not blurt it out, or I will stab you. What, Mr. Sab, is your solution to ice cream melting all over your hands?
all right. The ice cream melting all over your hands. I have the solution called the Big Cone. What the Big Cone is the same material. Is a cake cone similar to an ice cream cone, but it's big and it's shaped towards the bottom in order to form a cone shape, like a converse cone shape. So it's where a cone would fit into, and you fit that around there, and it has raised walls along the edges. So the ice cream won't spill out; it'll sit there, but you can still eat it as you go down, making it quick, efficient, and there's no other kind of trash, which makes it so much easier to make it portable. You keep the materials to a minimum.
Have you just described a waffle cone?
I described them.
How is a waffle cone?
My homie, you just described a waffle cone. You described a bigger waffle cone that you'll put your waffle cone into.
Yeah.
Basically.
Okay, cool. And Mr. Shiitake, what is your solution to ice cream melting over your hands?
My solution is a cone that has a.
It's the same thing again.
No. This is different than yours.
It's a big cone that you put your little
No,
cone
it-
in.
It has a ring around it. No, it has a ring around it that sits around your hand. It covers your hand, and it collects the ice cream spillage.
So like a glove that like collects.
No,
the
not
ice
a
cream really
glove.
well? So
It goes around the cone.
Oh, okay, I understand. All right, can you do me a favor really quickly, if you could, Mr. Shiitake? Draw a picture of. Can you both draw a picture of your inventions, please, on like a piece of paper, and then send it to the chat?
I gotta get something to draw on.
Just so I can fully visualize what's happening, and then also be capable of putting the winner into the episode and casting the other one into the depths of hell.
Here, I got this
So please-
notebook I was using
please-
for D&D.
Please wait. What? You're doing D&D still?
I still have it from our thing.
Oh, if you guys would like to do a D&D, I can add you to the server I'm on, and you guys can add or join separate groups.
Word.
Yeah. Sure.
I'll send those to you later. So while they're doing that, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I just want to mention one little thing while they're in the process of drawing. Also, be prepared to draw every single invention you've made.
Do I have a
send
pen?
picture.
Oh, I gotta
Do you
leave
not
in
have
a
a
few.
pen? Oh, you don't. You have to leave
Okay,
in
there
an
we-
hour.
There we go.
No.
Oh, you
My
have to leave in
start
half an
was at
hour.
5.
Yeah, damn, that's crazy. All right, let's not do that. I'll have you send in your pictures later, okay? But you're still gonna have to send in your pictures, but later.
Okay.
So
I
you're
don't mind
safe for
doing
now.
that.
Okay, so anyway, number 2. Mr. Sab, what is your solution to milk cartons not opening properly?
Okay. So the solution to milk carts not open properly is this tool. I don't have a name for it yet. But what it is.
The
is-
fling dingler.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what it does is there's this insertion point on there where you stick it approximately right in the middle where the milk carton is, or to the place you'd want it to be separated to open up the milk carton.
Okay.
So, and once you do that, you extend out your hands from it which would pull the inside of the things towards horizontally outwards, thus opening the carton.
Okay.
Bro,
Also, I
you
didn't
make it
mention
like-
Shiitake. You won the first round, by the way. I didn't mention it when it happened. You won. All right, continue. Okay, so is that it?
That is it.
All right, Shiitake, please describe your thing.
I have a tool that is perfectly measured for milk cartons.
Okay.
That it goes right into the tabs and opens it. It's just a perfect measurement tool.
And that is a point for Sab.
Yeah.
That is a terribly shitty description,
Okay.
horribly unoriginal, and you make me sad. Number 3, what is your solution to a fitted bed sheet coming off the mattress?
All right. So the solution to the fitted bed sheet coming off the mattress is, I have this creation.
Okay.
In which, once you insert your fitted sheets on,
Mhm.
you lift up each side and you take this piece, which is a elastic band with 2 clamps on either end. So
Okay.
you take that, and you take the clips, and you put them onto sides of it. You could use one, or you could use as many as you want to on it. It's not really limited to that.
There's one
And you
small,
do it.
one
So you
small
clip it
issue with
underneath
this
the
invention.
mattress.
Okay, hold on. There's one small issue with this invention. This is a real thing, and I already own it.
Word.
It is currently on my bed. So Sab, would you like, or Shiitake, would you like to give us yours?
Okay. I have the idea of a weighted fitted bed sheet. At all 4 corners, there is a little bit of added weight. Not enough to change how it feels, but enough to keep it there without moving it.
How will that stop someone like me from ripping it off?
That's what?
I actually kind of like it. Also, you're automatically disqualified anyway, Sab, by inventing something that
Yeah.
already exists.
Well, I didn't know
however,
it existed. Anyway.
Okay, I actually quite like the idea of a weighted bed sheet. So, number 4, what is your solution, Mr. Shiitake, to needing to pee once you're already in bed?
I have a safe medicine that works to safely shut down your kidneys for the night. It only lasts the night, and in the morning, you'll be good and ready to go to pee.
What up? Describe that one more time.
It's a medicine that shuts down your kidneys safely. So
Interesting. Okay.
It's called
works after the night.
Benadryl.
That's
Okay.
definitely-
That is not what it's called because Benadryl gets you.
All right. Interesting. Mr. Sab, would you like to tell yours?
All right. Which one was this? Name if you want to in bed. All right. So, I'm offering through this. We use parts of a pig carcass. We cut it off so we use the excess, and this is a surgery you have to undergo to extend your bladder so that you can hold it in for longer.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, I'm just gonna make sure I heard that correct. Did you just say basically Go-Go Gadget Extendo Bladder?
Yeah, basically.
Correct.
that's what he
Yeah.
said.
Except it's not an extending bladder. It's just an extended bladder.
Oh, does it go within the person or is it an external unit?
Yeah, no, it's a surgery.
Within. It just doesn't. It acts
It's
as
basically
just an
saying,
extension
let's
of.
replace your bladder with a pig bladder.
It's just a bigger bladder.
Okay, and that point
I
goes to
don't think
Sab.
it's
I
just-
like the idea of not having to shut down my kidneys. Number 5, what is your solution to when you need to get a bug out of the house?
Okay. My solution to getting a bug out of the house is by using this security system, which monitors any movement on the floor, and it can detect small itty bitty little creatures from a house pet or any other person. And once it detects one of these,
How small
It-
specifically? Because I own several Chihuahuas. So how small are we talking?
we have an algorithm that can tell what's stepping, and they have all these creatures who we've documented in there. So unless you have some kind of odd exotic house pet, you'll be fine.
Okay.
So once that does, this is also assuming you own a Roomba. We have an extension for the Roomba with a cone on it.
Okay.
Once it deploys the Roomba goes to where the camera has sense detection in the
Okay.
Roomba. Now, keep in mind,
So wait, you basically weaponized a Roomba to specifically hunt bugs. What about things such as spiders that climb up walls and ceilings? Is there like a gun attachment?
there is.
Okay.
There is a extension to this as well on the top, which connects to a remote controlled bug assault gun. This is a conjunction with the bug assault company.
Okay, I'm gonna
And they-
cut you off right there. So for time purposes, I will give each one of you specifically 1 minute to give your presentation. Shitake, please give your presentation now.
Okay, does it have to be you have to get them out of the house, or can they be killed?
You can kill them, but just specifically, what do you do if there's a bug in your house? What is your solution? Burn down the house.
I have a mini torch
Okay.
that it doesn't affect anything else but the bugs. It targets them specifically.
All right,
yes,
elaborate how
fire
you would
only works on
specify.
bugs.
Yeah, fires doesn't exactly listen to very many masters. So tell me, how do you plan on achieving such a thing?
It's I'm trying
Mm-hmm.
I forgot.
Man, it's almost like I gave you time to think of how things work.
No.
I'm gonna cut you off early. That point goes to Sab
Wow.
because I don't think it would be the most effective, but it wouldn't burn down my fucking house. Next is very simple. What do you do once you've dropped your soup or your spoon in the soup and or cereal? What is your solution, Shitake?
It is a robot that will get the spoon out of the soup for you.
It's always robots.
It's always a robot. Okay. Anything else? It's just a robot. Okay, cool. All right, whatever. Sab, what would you like to be your invention?
All right. So what my invention does is it completely gets rid of the concept of ever dropping your spoon back in again. What we have is this large rubber cone stopper that you slide in around the spoon, and it's at perfect height so that if you drop your spoon or anything, it'll rest on the side because it'll be caught on the rubber stopper, thus making it nearly impossible
like
to
a
ever drop your
sword
spoon
hilt?
in again.
So you've essentially
Yes,
made a sword
exactly.
hilt for your. I actually kind of like that. I will stop your time there. That was about 30 seconds. I will give that point to Sab.
I didn't
For
even get-
originality. You just said little robot. That's stupid. I would have taken it as you said funny spoon to collect your spoon, anything. Originality is worth a lot of points. Also, you didn't even
What?
sell it that well. So
I
the point goes to
cut
Seb.
me off.
Yeah. Welcome to showbiz,
Because
baby.
you were
have to
going
talk-
nowhere.
You have to talk fast, talk succinct, and get out what you're saying. Have you ever watched Shark Tank? They cut those fuckers off all the time. All right, Mr. Sab. Butter is not spreading on your bread properly. What is your solution?
Butter is not spreading on the bread properly.
Correct.
So, we've done studies to figure out what is the cause of this. And the cause, 90% of the time, is that the butter is cold.
Okay, all right.
So, what we have here is this little gadget. It's a small little tub, which can connect to your wall, and it has a couple different settings. What the thing does is you set your tub of butter inside the tub, and it warms into the correct room, and it'll warm it just enough to room temperature consistently that it'll always be pleasant and
So it kind of
clean
like
and concise to start your bread.
It regulates the temperature so it doesn't melt.
Correct.
Okay, I'll accept that from there. Shitake, what is your solution?
I had a heated butter tray that keeps it at a perfect temperature for spreadable consistency.
Once more, is it consistently like regulating the heat? Because what is your
Yes.
solution for something like that?
Regulating heat and cold.
Okay.
So it doesn't. It's at the perfect spreadable consistency. always.
I will give this point to Sab specifically because trying to make something warm via a plate is easy, but trying to cool it back down via a plate is difficult. So logistically speaking, using a little butter box would most likely be easier. Number 8, Mr. Shitake, what is your solution to a tangled set of earbuds?
Earbuds with built-in magnets in the wires that push away from each other.
Interesting. So synced simple. The issue is that doesn't stop it from looping in each other. In fact, it makes it easier for them to loop around each other because the magnet would immediately connect to the opposite side of itself. But interesting nonetheless. Mr. Sab.
All right. Cord getting stuck.
Yep.
Simple solution. What we have here are these large insulation guards that you wrap around your cords of your earbuds when they're obviously not tangled. What these will do is they're straight enough so that you can still plug in your earbuds and have enough flexibility at the ends, but the tube goes around and with all the cord in it, and it'll plug into whatever device you want, so that your headphones are too stiff to get caught at any time, so they can't tangle around each other.
All right, my question to you then, Mr. Sab, is what do you do in matters of transportation and in moving such a contraption?
They are collapsible. There's 3 bends on each straw, which can be folded in. So instead of being this big wire coiled mess, it's this neat little box.
Would it be about as long as your phone, or how long would this box be?
It's about a quarter size of your phone, typically.
Okay, interesting. And I will stop you there, and I will give that one to Sab. I'm going to be honest. I'm surprised neither of you said wireless. I was expecting one of you to just be like, just do a wireless. I know. I'm being an asshole. I thought one of you guys were going to be stupid about it, but I'm pleasantly surprised that neither of you have. Mr. Shiitake, save us from your previous experiments with what is your solution for telemarketers?
Oh, a device that plugs into your phone that when it detects a telemarketer, it immediately nukes their house.
Interesting. And where do you plan on getting such nuclear devices?
The U.S. government.
Interesting. And how do you plan on convincing them to nuke telemarketers?
Easy. Tell them they have oil.
Interesting. But what would make that a nukeable location and not a hospitable takeover?
Well, it's because they also have weapons of mass destruction as well.
Interesting. Mr. Sab, what is your solution?
All right. So what we have for here is we have these sorting algorithms that can tell when these certain numbers from certain call places come in. What we do is we see which of these call centers are based in countries we have ties in, and we contact local companies that we associate with, which then they go send a death squad to exterminate the telemarketers at the building.
Interesting. And how do you plan on doing?
It's a subscription style purchase. So once you have it, the money goes towards also funding those death squads. Though unfortunately, you will be getting calls from the telemarketer beforehand, but you won't be getting calls from those people again.
So what do you do in places where there are telemarketers that are not in allied countries?
Well, it actually would be opposing countries because then we can get more ties in there. But anyway, what we would do is, instead of using a violent means like a death squad, we send out gang stalkers, which will stalk them and harass them until they eventually quit their job or their life.
All right, I'm going to cut you off right there. I think both of these are equally far-fetched. However, my question is to both of you: how much does your service cost? What is your return value on these services?
We already test ran it, and we had a very large subscription base, so it's typically going to be around $20 a month subscription, give or take.
Ooh, okay. Mm-hmm.
We do it $5 a month because it's easy to get nukes.
Okay, interesting. The issue with yours, Mr. Shiitake, is the thing stopping me from giving you this point is what about the innocents? What about the bystanders, the civilians? What about the war crimes? What about NATO? What do you plan on doing when you get to those
You mean
issues?
the one that has perpetuated more war crimes than any other?
But but nuking, you can't nuke civilians because a nuke isn't exactly a 10 by 10.
No, these things, well, the thing is, they hit the telemarketing centers. They aren't trying.
Do you understand how big a nuke is and the
I know how
nuclear
big a nuke
fall
is,
off and
that's-
the issues that come with
I
it?
know. Well, the thing is, if you just send a death squad, there's gonna be more telemarketers at the end of the day. Why not just take out the whole area? Because then
I'm not gonna listen to your war crimes right now. That point goes to Sab.
you say
Yeah.
you do war crimes all the time. And
Mr.
this is basically just a war crime with extra steps.
And he's been
It's not a
slapped.
war crime. There's no war.
He's been muted currently. Mr. Sab, what is your solution to car running out of gas?
My solution to a car running out of gas is we have this new kit, or we are working on actually making a whole new car model based off this kit, which it'll substitute any use of gas in your car for using something more efficient, such as oxygen or water.
Okay. How do you plan on getting around the fact that the government will want to try and kill you, like the other people who have done that?
What I'll do is, it may not prevent me from dying, but I'll make such a big social media campaign that if I go missing just like that, it'll raise a lot of eyebrows, and it'll make any kind of death very suspicious. Plus, if I'm big enough, they won't want to stop me, because then it'll be clear that they just killed some guy for making a hydrogen-powered car.
Interesting. Okay. All right, and Mr. Shiitake, Mr. Shiitake, what is yours?
No, I was gonna say use the patented hydrogen fuel cell that's available.
At your local Walmart.
No, it's not in Walmart yet.
Yeah.
But a hydrogen fuel cell, you basically just put hydrogen, which is easy to obtain. You could basically get that very easily, and it's connected to your fuel tank.
Okay.
And whenever you need to switch over from gas, you just flip a switch, and there you're ready to go wherever you need to go.
How much would
And you
something
will
like
not
that
get killed.
cost?
Basically the same price as regular gas.
Our conversion kits start somewhere around a $5,000 a package. We're still working on our estimated price for the cars.
Just because I do not believe Sab would survive his invention, I will give this point to Shiitake. Mr. Shiitake,
Yeah.
what is
That's like a pity point.
I like the idea. Mr. Shiitake, what is your solution for when part of your body is hot but the rest of it is cold under a blanket? You know, when you're like under a blanket, but like your left thigh is really, really hot, but the rest of you is freezing cold. And if you stick it out, then the breeze gets in, and it's this whole ordeal. What is your solution?
A device you place under the blanket that, when it detects that, it starts to evenly warm your body or cool your body depending on how you want it.
Interesting. How would it specify? How would it know what part of my body is cold and what part of it is warm? Because like you can be physically warm and feel cold.
You put little patches on your body and it detects it. It's basically a reader.
Okay, how comfortable are those patches? How noticeable are they while trying to sleep? Because if I have like 6 patches that are like stuck to my fucking thigh hair, like how well am I going to be able to sleep? Because I roll a lot when I sleep.
They're not noticeable. The medical grade.
Okay, interesting. Saying medical grade doesn't really help because I've done sleep studies. I've done sleep studies before where they stick your ass with a bunch of little monitors, and those are
not. Those ones are meant to hurt because they need to detect everything.
Yeah.
No, these are not. These are the ones that'll be like comfortable.
Fun fact, by the way, I did a sleep test a while back when I had sleep apnea. I didn't breathe 40.
You can't lose.
Shut up. I didn't breathe 40. I think it was 46 times an hour. So in 1 hour, there was 46 times where I just stopped breathing for an amount of time.
Fun.
Which is super, like not exhaling, not inhaling, but like I think it was anything longer than 10 seconds. So do with that knowledge what you will. Anyway, I got my tonsils removed. All right, Mr. Sab, what is your solution to such an issue?
All right. So my solution is this blanket, which
the Yankee blanket.
Yes. So what it'll have is a series of sensors built into there, being able to sensor types of heat. Obviously, these sensors will kick on only once the blanket's turned on, but once upon, it'll tell if it's cold or warmer than the set temperature of the comfortable temperature of the user.
Mhm.
We have a remote or a app, either one, which you can set.
Well, which one is it?
Either, you can use both.
Okay.
So once you do that, you can set a set temperature, and the blanket will move around that set temperature to make sure the temperature that it detects is matching the temperature that it's set for. And what it'll do by that is it'll either thin the material of the blanket, making it more breathable and cool you down, or thickening the blanket, which
I'm going to
would
stop you right there with a
condense it
question.
and cause it to heat
I'm going
up.
to stop you there with a question. How thin will it get? Is that a tearing risk, mayhaps? Is there a potential chance of your product tearing itself?
No, not to that extent. What it'll do is, what we have is still a thick material. It's what was it again? I'm actually having material on top of my head.
Interesting. I'm going to give that point to Shiitake. Thank you for your effort, though, Mr. Sab. What is your invention, your solution for war?
War?
War.
Our solution to war.
Yes.
Sadly, we have no solution to war. War
Okay.
is something humans are prone to, and we have no way to discourage it.
Okay. I'm going to stop you right there, then. Mr. Shiitake, what is your solution for war?
Give me 1 second. I'm connecting my earbuds.
That's crazy. I would recommend hurrying up. I'm a very impatient man. I'd recommend you hurry.
Okay. My invention is that we started an all-seeing Big Brother program that monitors our enemies.
Okay, so what's
And-
new? What's new?
This is already an invention.
No,
That's
this
already
Big
a
Brother
thing.
program. No, this Big Brother program actually targets like terrorists, not like it watches everyone. It's not
I have a question.
Okay.
Who
Yeah.
designates who's going to be the enemy in this situation?
Yeah, how do you know
After
who
all,
the
anyone can be
terrorist
deemed
is?
a
How
terrorist.
do you know who the terrorist
Yes.
is?
This one's an actual impartial body. They're vetted, and if they ever show partial bias, that
But
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to stop this right here. This point goes to, by default, Shiitake, though I wish it didn't. Number 13. What, Mr. Shiitake? Stop raping your dog. Mr. Shiitake, what is your solution for racism?
racism.
For racism.
Our solution is to introduce classes where people talk about what racism is and what not.
You're talking sensitivity classes.
Yeah,
Miss me with
kind of
that.
like that, but no, it's more like getting.
it's already a thing then.
Miss me with that faggot shit. Mr. Sab, what is your solution for racism?
All right. So our solution to racism is this type of glass, which is a alternate reality glasses, or augmented reality. My bad.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Augmented reality glasses, which in any case it'll see anyone of any race. It immediately changes what you're viewing to one neutral thing. Any person you see of any kind of, no matter how they look, they'll all be featured as this one type of
Like a blob.
person. You can't tell. Yeah, basically, it's an avatar. Basically, that isn't
Okay.
changing for any person. So there's no way to tell what skin color or what their how they look
Here's the
when you're wearing the glasses.
Here's the one issue. Have you ever watched? I'm gonna stop you right there. By the way, have you ever watched Fairly Odd Parents?
What are you referring to?
Have you ever seen the episode where Timmy Turner very specifically wishes for everyone to look identical, and yet these two little shits were still immensely racist the entire time, despite having exactly zero difference? So
Well, you can't forget the how mean the human spirit is.
So I'm gonna
unfortunately.
cut you off real quick with that. I looked up Blob Guy's Fairly Odd Parents to find out where the picture was of these two. I think they're like dentists or something. Anyway, this picture was directly below it. So you got to look at the episode to see it. I'm not gonna mention it. Otherwise, it's just there. Shiitake, you're unmuted. You're just very loud, so I muted you.
No, that was just so I'm in my car now.
Congratulations. You're leaving considerably quicker than normal, but anyway, Mr. Sab, you win that point. I don't want to be a bummer or anything, but Mr. Shiitake, you need to win the next 3 competitions or the 3 solutions to be the winner, or to at least tie for this episode. So, what is, Mr. Shiitake, your solution to homelessness?
We start more governmental projects on building complexes that are actually well furnished and have all the amenities needed for daily life.
Okay, and then, out of curiosity, what will motivate people to get a job if they know, worst case scenario, they can live in a very cushy, homeless society?
No, it's what motivates them is the fact that they have to provide proof of job, and they get help with getting that job. Like, it's a secure job.
Interesting. Mr. Sab, what is your... I'm going to cut you off there, by the way. Mr. Sab, what is your solution?
So what our organization does is... It's a...
By the way, Shiitake, I'm going to mute you until I have to call on you again, just because driving noises are loud. Mr. Sab, continue.
All right, so what we'll do is what we call homeless rehabilitation. So we'll take somebody who has now recently become homeless or without a home, and what we'll do is we have, though most of our income is charity based, unfortunately, but we do run some promotions and assortments with everything. But what our program does is it provides resources enough to get homeless people at least away from homeless shelters and try to get them with a job so that they can eventually move up and start caring for themselves and put money on their plates. And we are working on a drug support program for those homeless people who have lost everything due to addiction.
I'm going to stop you right there. I will give that point to Sab, based purely on presentation alone. And I will now serenade all of you with my solution, which is you scoop them out of the streets.
Cannibalism.
I was going to say, you scoop them out of the streets and you have them hunted by sport by rich people. And each time they have to hunt somebody, it's like $10,000 or something like that they have to pay to go hunt these people. And if you are able to survive an entire 24-hour period, you are given the $10,000 by each person who is hunting you to basically kickstart your life. And if you die, then the $10,000 or however much is thrown into a pot for the next person. And it just keeps snowballing until somebody survives 24 hours and then it kickstarts their life again. That was my solution. Hope you all enjoyed it. Mr. Sab, what is your solution for the New World Order, the globalized government in which they are trying to unionize us under one soyish, goy-schlop, infested cricket-eating society? What is your solution?
All right. My solution is my writings. I have posted these writings, and I have people who will teach classes on reading and exemplifying these teachings of mine. What these will do are these teach about the secrets and the lies which people don't need to know, and the weaknesses of a global government. Basically, teaching them who is their enemy, the globalists, and teaching all these different things and different facts which may have been now obscured.
Okay, I'm going to stop you right there. Mr. Shiitake, I will now unmute you. What is your solution to the New World Order?
My solution is to go with the Freemason. It's all one government, so you don't have any arguments anymore. You don't have wars over materials. You don't have anything else. and you have one currency instead of every single different currency there is.
The globalist.
Interesting. Mr. Shiitake, how do we know that you haven't been corrupted by them? How do we know you're not one of them?
It sounds like a lot of New World Order rhetoric.
Yeah. I'm getting that fluoride stare. I'm getting that fluoride stare from you again.
Yeah, it sounds like you're
Oh
promoting
my God!
the New World Order.
I'm just
Are you
saying.
talking about pineal calcification?
I'm just.
Pineal gland.
I'm saying, how can we trust you right now? You're saying some very voice-floppish things.
I don't really care for this world anymore.
Interesting.
I see this world as doomed in one certain path.
I think Shiitake gets this point for his sad realism in the world. However, it is not a solution, but I will still give him the point because he can't win anyway. And finally, Sab, I'm going to mute you again, Shiitake, because you're sucking off a wind tunnel. And it's very annoying. Mr. Sab, what is your solution to you just finished taking a shit and there's no toilet paper and you are all alone?
Okay. Our one solution is very simple. It's a tried and true method. Our invention is called the bidet.
Yeah, I'm listening.
That's it. It's a bidet.
Oh, okay. Interesting. And so, again, not an already invented invention. Are you going to approve or just a bidet?
A bidet.
Okay. What about things for, like, outhouses?
We have a traveling bidet kit, which is a portable toilet seat with a bidet input, which has a external tank of water you pour into to keep it supplied.
So here's the issue: how heavy?
So you can keep the bidet wherever you go.
How heavy is something like that? Because the issue is the issue in hand was, what do you do when you are or in taking a shit and you don't have anything else? So what are you gonna do? Like, do you have to just lug this around and hope, like, if there's no toilet paper, I've got a backup? But like, how heavy is something like that full of water?
The full of water, our tank is usually around half a gallon, so it's typically not that full. What we do is our bidet has a very small amount of CO2, so it does a very small amount of pressurized air and water. It blasts, so it's very effective with how much water it's using. It's only about half a gallon, and the seat itself is only about 5 pounds. The water itself, it takes it around 15. So,
okay, interesting. All right. And I will now unmute you for the final time, Mr. Shiitake. What is your solution for needing to take it or needing toilet paper to take a shit in?
My solution is a robot that will bring toilet paper to you when it sees that you are missing some and will wipe for you.
Interesting. I will now mute you. I will mute you now because you have automatically lost the point because I immediately fucking despise just saying I built a robot. I warned you creatively.
I made a robot.
I made a robot to do this specific task.
What?
What?
What? Sorry, the voices in my head started up again. A little loud.
Is that your dad from hit episode of the podcast?
Yeah.
We said no invented inventions. Yeah, and it's called being creative, motherfucker. You want my solution?
Yeah.
Here's a real easy solution. It's called a washcloth. No, it's a watch. It's a watch, and you pull it out, and it's like an infinite scarf, like the things that the magicians have. You use it to wipe your ass as a last case scenario. You just left. You left the call.
You did.
Anyway, Sab, you won with 10 points. Woo! Good job.
How much did he like?
He had 6. Yeah, he had 6 points. And some of them were just straight pity points, and 2 of them were by default. I said no specified robots. They annoy the shit out of me because it's really stupid. That will end today's.
Also, robot. That sucks.
It does. It's so fucking.
You should have just made it no robot.
It was a rule. I said it was going to be heavily docked, and fuckers didn't listen. All right, whatever. I don't think I'm going to get that Nintendo Switch now. It's so sad.
Damn
it.
I think if you want them on unspecified question game.
Well, are you talking about legally distinct question game?
Yes, I think if you won that, he would be more apt to sell you.
Yeah, you won that, didn't you?
I did.
Yeah, I thought so. That was fun.
I'm on a winning
You're
streak.
on a winning streak, baby.
I won this. I won.
I am the
Honestly.
victor, boy. I am the one who victories.
I am the Victor Royale.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. I think that
Peter.
will end episode 30 of Hit Podcast Back of the Shirtless Podcast on YouTube.com. I'm Captain Neckbeard. Sab, would you like to say goodbye? And because a certain someone is a little bitch baby boy, he has left. And as such, he will not be receiving our love. Goodbye. Good day. Watch more episodes of Hit Podcast Back of the Shirtless Podcast. And Shab, out of curiosity, do you think we should do like a Patreon or something at some point? But like it doesn't
down the
it
line.
unlocks like one thing. And if you do it, that's it. It's like one soy jack.
It's coordinates.
It's just
It's coordinates.
Wait, hold on. That's a brilliant idea. Let's do that and then let's bury the box finally. Because I still have the box in my car. We'll go through all the episodes, find more mementos from the episodes. I'll grab like my
What if we make different boxes?
No, but I'll put like the USB stick in there that has the story of me shitting my pants. We'll bury it really, really deep, like 10 feet deep or something. I'll grab my pickaxe. Yeah.
No, not yet.
I think that's great. Anyway, goodbye everyone. See you in the next episode. Doodles.